Sacsayhuaman is an awe-inspiring Inca ruin located on a hillside above the city of Cusco in Peru. This site features 3 stone walls zigzagging for more than 1,700 feet in length. The wall itself is made up of giant stone blocks weighing between 90 and 150 tons each. These stones can be as tall as 30 feet and 8 feet wide. On top of their immense size, the stones are fitted together without the use of mortar. The blocks are shaped in such a way that they fit together like puzzle pieces, with no visible mortar or adhesive holding them together. Some of the blocks are so perfectly fitted together that it is impossible to fit even a sheet of paper between them. This remarkable construction technique allowed the walls to withstand earthquakes and other natural disasters. It also prevented the Spanish from quarrying the stones to make their buildings. This impressive structure is said to have been built by the Incas in the 15th century. It is an impressive feat of engineering and construction and is considered one of the greatest architectural achievements of the Inca civilization. But what if the Incans did not make this structure? What if an older, more ancient people built this site and the Inca inherited it and built atop it? In this video we will explore this possibility and take a look at the evidence that we have, including how the Incas say built it. First off, let's look at the most famous Incan site, Machu Picchu. We see a stark difference in stone masonry techniques. In some areas we see the roughly cobbled style, which I argue is the Incan work, and then in other areas of the site we see the large megalithic stones like those found in Sacsayhuaman. If a culture can cut and shape these immense stone blocks together, why could they not do it with their smaller stones seen here, and why are they so different? These stark differences seen in one site suggest that these were 2 different cultures that inhabited the same areas. The Inca were no doubt very intelligent and skilled in engineering, but the differences in stone masonry in one place does raise some questions about the theory that the Inca repurposed old sites. The placement of Sacsayhuaman is significant because it may give us clues to its purpose. Sacsayhuaman is on a hill overlooking the capital city of Peru, Cusco. Cusco was also the capital city of the Inca, so Sacsayhuaman was likely a very important site to the Inca. Strategically, a fortress on a hill is more defendable, and with the proximity to the city, it would provide safety to the people below. The walls of Sacsayhuaman are angled slightly inward, which some experts believe was a defensive measure. On the other hand, many religious sites are built to be at a high place, so that could be a reason for religious usage. But the Inca have picked this location because of the significant ancient ruins in the area. Could these ancient places have been held sacred by the Inca? Who do the Inca themselves say built Sacsayhuaman? Well, there are various reports from Incan descendants and Spanish colonial documents that suggest the Inca did not in fact build Sacsayhuaman. One of the earliest reports is from the Spanish chronicler Juan de Betanzos, who married an Inca noblewoman and wrote about Incan history and culture. Betanzos claimed that Sacsayhuaman was built by a race of giants called the Hurka, who lived in the area before the Inca. He also mentioned that the Inca believed the site was sacred and incorporated it into their own culture. Another report comes from the Inca Garcilaso de la Vega, who was the son of a Spanish conquistador and an Inca princess. In his book Comentarios Reales, he wrote that the site was built by a civilization that preceded the Inca, who he called the Chalca. He claimed that the Inca did not have the technology to build such structures and only used the site for religious purposes. Some modern researchers have also suggested that the Inca did not build Sacsayhuaman, but rather inherited the site from a previous culture. They point to the unique style of the stonework, which is different from other Incan sites and may be similar to the work of the Wari civilization that preceded the Inca. These chroniclers recorded accounts of the construction of Sacsayhuaman, but their descriptions were often colored by their own cultural biases and may not accurately reflect the reality of Inca engineering practices, so take these accounts with a grain of salt. Researchers who say the Inca constructed Sacsayhuaman are still unsure of the exact methods used by the Inca because there are no written records of their techniques. However, it is believed that they used a combination of human labor, ropes, ramps, and possibly even logs to move the heavy stones. Some scholars have suggested that the Inca may have used a technique known as stone jacking, which involves cutting a slot in the rock and inserting wooden wedges that are then soaked with water. As the wedges expand, the rock is gradually lifted and can be moved to a new location. While another suggests that they used a type of sled to drag the blocks along the ground. Still, others believe that the Inca may have used a combination of techniques depending on the size and shape of the stones. The consensus seems to be that there is no consensus. It seems they have theorized every conceivable way the Inca could have done this stonework. Although, they seem to ignore the stark differences in the stonework at Incan sites. Likely the smaller stonework made by the Inca at Sacsayhuaman was destroyed or used to build a Spanish church when they invaded. The combination of the mixed stonework and the written accounts make the case for the Inca building on top of existing sites. Unfortunately, the conquistadors destroyed much of the Inca Empire's buildings and quarried their stone to make churches and forts. Dating of this site is also a challenge because carbon dating of stone is guesswork. Scientists have to find some plant or stick in and around the stones to precisely date it. Also, if the Inca inhabited this site after another culture, there are multiple layers of artifacts to sort through. It could be that when the Spanish invaded and destroyed the small Incan rockwork, only the large megalithic blocks were left, and those stones were the ones that scientists found, so they associated them with the Inca. Ultimately, the question of who built Sacsayhuaman remains a subject of debate and speculation. The site's massive stone walls and intricate design continue to inspire awe and curiosity, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at this incredible feat of engineering and architecture. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.